talk about much. I'm not saying everybody, but in general. Is relationships. Facebook today, I was looking at a post. This couple, I went to school with this person, married for 37 years. Does that really mean that this person was happy for 37 years? So much drilled in that really, by religion especially, that we really should stay in unhappy relationships, try to make them work. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because in the picture, it may not seem like a major thing, but I noticed that this woman was leaning away from her husband with her head, like she really, body language wise, really wasn't happy with him. I mean, maybe it means that, maybe it doesn't. But I would think if you're really happy with somebody, really love being with that person, you're going to want to be as close to them as you can. This is exit 228, Idaho 81 from Malta, Yale Road. No exit for 10 more miles after this. Getting back to this. It may not mean anything that this woman was leaning away from the picture with her head especially. But it is body language, and body language usually doesn't lie. So I looked at this picture and thought, well, I wonder if she really is happy with this guy. Of course, yeah, they've been together 37 years, but have they been together 37 years because they're happy with each other, or because she feels she has to stay with him? Maybe has no other options. Maybe in the material way she's tied to him, or who knows how many reasons people stay together out there for reasons other than love. And really, when we think about it, what is true love? I feel that when a woman marries a guy, in many cases, there is an element of convenience in there. And there is a desire for security that draws that woman. Is that really the right reason to spend your life with somebody, especially if it's mostly for that reason? I see, like, people, oh, we've been together 50 years. Well, have you really been happy for those 50 years together? Have you really enjoyed being with each other for those 50 years? Or was it just an endurance contest? I'm coming up on a way station and I may have to go in. I'm not on any signal, so I'm going to have to pull in here. My mouth shut for a minute or two here until I get through. spite of being a part of a religion at that time of my life that frowned on divorce, I realized things were not going to get better for me unless I did something about that situation. Yet many people stay in abusive situations due to codependency. The only reason I stayed with my first wife for 10 years, which I normally would have never done, is because the religion I was a part of frowned on divorce so much that I was made to believe, or led to believe more like it, that God was just going to turn his back on me if I did something about that situation, got a divorce. Finally, after 10 years, I kind of said, that's it, I've had it. I don't care if God turns his back on me. I'm going ahead with it. Yeah. I did, and that was back in 1997. Of course, she went to the officials of the religion and said it was all me, that I'm a horrible person for divorcing her, and I was the villain, and on and on and on. What people like that usually will do. They're called out on their actions. But how many people are so codependent that they actually stay in that situation their whole life? Stay married to somebody for 30, 40 years in that kind of situation. Don't ever get out. Don't ever... I'm not saying all situations are that terrible, but I know of accounts where women have gotten themselves beaten up, thrown all over the place, and they still stay with that person. They don't make an effort really to get out. That's what codependency does. It locks you in to a situation that you feel you just can't get out of. Fortunately for me, I knew it for what it was. The only thing that was slowing me down was that religion and the fear that God was going to turn his back on me if I left this person or filed for divorce. That's why it took me 10 years the first time around. Now, with the second time around, with the second wife, I was still in that religion. It only took me 5 years the second time. I was not going to dilly-dally around for 10 years with another person. But in that second case, I really believe that she only wanted me for the child and the benefits materially that would bring for her. Because once that child was born, she made her exit plan for me. Even though for the first 2 years of that child's life, I changed that child's diapers, I cooked for that child, I fed that child, I loved that child, and she still left. Even though was her complaint was the job at that time I was working required a lot of hours. She was always complaining that I was never there, so I did something about it. That ties in with the story I told about selling the house, moving up to northern Maine, so that I didn't have to work anymore, so that I could be there and solve that problem. If that really was a problem, I solved it. I came up with a solution. But is that what she really wanted? Did she want a true solution to the problem, or was she making a problem? She was making a problem. Why is that the case? Because a month after I quit that job and made myself available to be home and help out with the kids, I just got my 2 kids. Their mother had died 6 months earlier. And that I quit my job to be with them more and assist my second wife be there to help with my youngest child, who was only like not even 2 years old yet. And I did all that, came up with a real solution to the problem. And not even a month later, she told me she's leaving me. Did she really want a solution? No. Obviously, by her actions, she was making problems, not solving them. After she left, she moved far away, and that was it. I really never saw the child again after that. In spite of the fact that I took care of her, I loved her, I fed her, I changed her diapers, I nurtured her. That was it. So, as I said in the previous video, I focused from that point on raising my 2 older kids who are still early teenage years, a very critical point. And that's why I only worked part-time to be there for them. They had just lost their mother. Getting back to the beginning of what I started talking about in the Facebook post, it brings to mind how many people are really happy with their partners, how many people are with them because they really want to be with them deep down. It's just like with anything else. How many people are doing a job they really love to do? How many people are really fulfilling their heart's desire in their lives? Look on the screen, look at the beautiful view up ahead of the clouds of the mountains, snow on them. This is what we're made for. We're made to enjoy this earth. It is a beautiful place. Yeah, and that's for relationships too. A relationship between a man and a woman should be an extremely beautiful coming together of 2 souls on all levels: physical, mental, spiritual, emotional. It should be just beautiful, not more so than that mountain up ahead on that screen with those clouds. What a beautiful sight that is. The physical union should be beautiful. It should be mutual. The woman should enjoy it just as much as the man does. It shouldn't be like one is overpowering the other or controlling the other, or And that's another thing. Religion makes people believe that sex is dirty, that if we enjoy it, then we're sinning. And really, it's not the case at all. It's an extremely beautiful thing that a man and a woman, or leaving out homosexuals necessarily on that. There's a lot of power involved in it. That's why they make it where they diminish its power by cheapening it, where people just do it like putting on a pair of socks or something.